What's up everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel John Ventures. It's been a while since I posted a video. I've been traveling a lot and taking care of things at home, but now that I got free time, I'm able to work on my videos. My last 4 episodes was on hiking vlogs, but this time we are doing something different. In the next 9 episodes, we will be doing travel vlogs. Can you guess where my first travel vlog will be on? Yes, you heard, Vietnam. In this episode, I'll be taking you to northern Vietnam in the mountainous city of Sapa. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Alright guys, we just arrived here at Hanoi Airport around 1:30 a.m. from Philippines Airlines. It was a smooth ride. It was about 3.5 hours and I slept the whole way. We just got our bags, went through immigration, and now we're just gonna do some currency and then we're gonna meet up our driver and head straight to Sapa. Let's go. The ride from Hanoi to Sapa took about 5 hours. Me and my wife were pretty much knocked out on the ride to Sapa since it was still early morning and dark. For transportation, I didn't go through a corporate shuttle service company. I actually went on Facebook and joined a Vietnam travel guide group and hired a privately family-owned shuttle service business. We used them throughout our trip in Vietnam and they were really good with communication, being on time, and bringing us safe to our destination. It was about 2,500,000 Vietnam dong, equivalent to $98 one way. This was our first stop, Pho Ha Than. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the name, but it is a Vietnamese restaurant and you can click on the link to go to the Facebook page to know more about the restaurant. I told our driver how we wanted to try authentic pho somewhere in Sapa and this is where he took us. This is our driver, Mr. Hai. He is a part-time driver and works full-time as a veterinarian. Mr. Hai ordered the food for us and I believe he got us pho beef. The beef was really good and tender, and the pho broth was thebomb.com. It wasn't watery. It had its strong, deep, rich flavor and aroma from its spices and gelatinous from the bones. Highly recommended. After eating pho, we went through downtown Sapa Town where Mr. Hai dropped us off to our hotel. Alright guys, we're in Sapa Town. After our driver took us to his delicious spot for pho, he dropped us off at our hotel called Phuong Nam View Hotel. Unfortunately for our room, it's not ready till 12. So we asked the front desk if we could get another room for our hotel. Our 12 p.m. check-in is ready and they did. So I downloaded an app called Klook, which gives you travel deals for hotels, activities, transportation, and other experiences. This is where I found Phuong Vam Mountain View Hotel. So make sure to download the app Klook if you're looking for price deals in Vietnam. The hotel was $17 for the regular room, where we stayed before our 12 p.m. check-in booking. Our actual booking was $22 as an upgrade. The room we booked was the deluxe double panorama view. Top floor, great views, comfortable beds, nice shower, TV, fridge, balcony, you name it. The hotel was in a great location. It was close proximity to the city center, close to restaurants, gift shops, and markets. As you can see, this is a sneak peek of pictures of our hotel room, and I'll show you a recording of our hotel room as well. So this is a live look of our hotel room. Alright, this is our room, Phuong Vam View Hotel. A nice view bed, TV, got drapes, a cabinet here, and the bathroom's pretty nice. This is the panorama view. Yeah, sea of clouds. Ooh, it's roaming in. We finally got some rest and made our way to Sapa Station, a railway station that takes you to the highest mountain in Indochina, Fanispan. Visiting Fanispan is one of the must-dos in Sapa. Unfortunately, the reception desk suggested it wasn't worth going up because we will not see anything due to the foggy, cloudy, and wet weather. This is where you catch monorail, the cable car to get to Fanispan Peak. But we're not gonna go because it's foggy up there. It's not worth going, spending the money. So we decided to explore Sapa Town. Just across Sapa Station is Sapa Square, the heart of downtown Sapa, where you can see charming French buildings, markets, shops, and restaurants. There is entertainment and a lot of vendors that sit on the streets selling their handmade crafts, traditional garments, and other unique items. Right next to Sapa Square is Sapa Stone Church, a popular architectural gem that stands out in Sapa Town. It was inspired by French builders showcasing a Roman Gothic style design. The church has been a symbol of Catholic faith and beauty. Taking at least a selfie or group selfie with the cathedral or even attending a mass service will be a great memory as a visitor in Sapa. We continued our walk through Sapa Town, through a lot of restaurants, coffee shops, plazas, monuments, parks, and hotels. We ended up in Sapa Lake Square, which is more of a serene, picturesque, quiet spot to relax and enjoy the natural scenery. It is definitely quieter than being in the main Sapa Square. Next to Sapa Lake Square is the beauty of gardens, nature design, and Sapa Lake. It is definitely a place to check out and take pictures with the Sapa Lake background. After Sapa Lake, we took a grab taxi to eat lunch at a hot pot cafe called Lado Cafe and Restaurant. It is famous for its restaurant overlooking the valley of the rice terraces, stunning mountain views, and a show of the funicular passing through to and from the cable car to Fanispan Peak. It was definitely a quieter side of Sapa Town. We returned back to our hotel to rest, and it was a very exhausting day. My wife stayed to rest, but for me, I went solo to explore how Sapa Town it is at night. Alright guys, I'm back in Sapa Center. At night it's pretty lit, it's pretty lively. I have all the buildings lit up and they have a lot of live entertainment. You got kids playing go-karts with lights. And earlier, where this crowd is, there's performances. It's pretty cool. I pretty much went back to the same path we did during the day here in Sapa Town, but my mission was to head to the Sapa Night Market, which was in the other side of town. The vibrant lights of restaurants, gift shops, and markets made Sapa Town alive at night. Sapa Town lit up is very beautiful. Unfortunately, I did not make it to the Sapa Night Market as it was getting too late. I needed enough rest to prepare for our next adventure in Sapa the next morning. I wanted to eat some dinner tonight. I was just walking around and I found this restaurant called Hmong Tam Wa. I'm gonna try their spring rolls and their buffalo meat. Excited. Sapa is known for its buffalo meat cuisines. I was happy to find a place nearby my hotel. Alright guys, my lumpia, not lumpia, we're not in the Philippines, but my Vietnamese spring rolls came in. They're good, so different from the Vietnamese spring rolls I eat back in America. Look like they got the grilled buffalo meat. They added some sesame seeds and some vegetables and garlic. Looks delicious. So after dinner, I went straight back to my hotel to prepare for the next morning. This was our second and last day in Sapa. We left for Hanoi later during the day. But before we left, we went to check out Cat Cat Village. And before Cat Cat Village, we ate free breakfast at the hotel. We just took a grab. We went to Cat Cat Village and we just left our luggages at the hotel. And we'll see you at Cat Cat Village when we arrive there. There is an entrance fee to Cat Cat Village, which is 150,000 Vietnam dong, equivalent to $5. Once you enter the gates, you'll be taking a 15 to 20 minute walk down to the valley to reach the actual location of Cat Cat Village. Along the way, you will see restaurants, gift shops, and locals selling food, handmade crafts, garments, traditional clothing, and supplies and other unique items. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we finally made it to Cat Cat Village. Cat Cat Village was discovered by the French in the 20th century and used the village as a vacation resort. Cat Cat Village was named after a waterfall in the village, which in French is called Cat's Cat. Cat Cat Village, tucked down in the valley, is known for its landscapes and natural beauty. The village is home to the Hmong people, where they still preserve their cultural traditions. You can see traditional stilt houses, the lifestyle and possessions of the Hmong people, and also learn about their cultural dances. Well, this looks familiar. This looks like a version of the Filipino tinikling dance. I wanted to do this and show off my tinikling skills. Well guys, this is pretty much a wrap for Cat Cat Village. After visiting Cat Cat Village, we had our last meal at White Cloud's Coffee and Restaurant. We ordered a salmon salad, sweet fried potatoes, avocado smoothie, and tea. We returned to the hotel to pick up our luggage and then took the 5 to 6 hour ride with Sao Viet sleeper bus back to Hanoi. I also booked this bus ride on the Klook app as well. We did have a what the fuck moment at the Sao Viet sleeper bus before we left for Hanoi. Hey guys, I decided to come in here to share the what the fuck moment since I did not have it in recording. So my wife came into the bus first, and as I was giving the driver my bus ticket, I heard someone yelling at my wife. So I went over and I looked down where sleeper bus seats were, which I reserved. There was a lady sitting on it, and she was yelling at my wife, and then she started yelling at me, and she started pointing at me to get to the back. And then she started like pushing and shoving my feet, and I was like, okay, what is going on? I didn't understand what she was saying because she was speaking in Vietnamese. So I went to the bus driver and told him about the situation. Luckily, he intervened and started yelling at the lady to go back to where her assigned seating was. If I wanted to guess, she wanted to sit across her friend. But I thought I would just share this what the fuck moment because I thought it was funny since this was the ending of our trip to Sapa, and we thought we were gonna have a great time going on the way back to Hanoi, but things happened, so I just wanted to share that. I wanted to share more about the Sao Viet sleeper bus. The sleeper bus costs about $15 one way from Sapa to Hanoi. You can either get a single sleeper seat or a double sleeper seat for two like I did. The bus ride is very smooth. There's Wi-Fi, a USB charging station, and they also provide you with blankets, snacks, and a drink. This is the end of our episode here in Sapa, but before I end this video, stay tuned for an overview and thoughts on my trip in Sapa, Vietnam. My trip may help you with your planning if you decide to book a trip to Sapa, Vietnam. Hey guys, this is my overview and thoughts on Sapa, Vietnam. I really enjoyed the scenery of the lush green landscapes and the rice terraces and the mountainous views of Sapa, Vietnam. I also enjoyed Cat Cat Village, learning and witnessing the Hmong peoples preserving their traditional culture, their practices, and the way of life. I like the hotel we stayed at as well because it was right in the middle of Sapa and it was walking distance to a lot of places. Now here's an honest opinion. about Sapa. Staying in the middle of Sapa is filled with tourists. I thought it would be less crowded compared to places like Hanoi, Da Nang, or Ho Chi Minh City. Um, but since Sapa is an attraction, there's like a lot of tourists around. Also, many local vendors will come to you and persuade you to buy their products, and some will probably like stick around or even follow you for a bit. You just have to keep saying no, and they'll eventually go away. I was reading reviews that staying at a homestay at a village near Sapa is a better idea because you'll be able to be surrounded by nature, be in a quiet area, and make better connections and interactions with the local villagers. For me, if I ever get a chance to go back to Sapa, I will definitely spend a time at a village right outside of Sapa. I only stayed in Sapa for 2 days. 2 days is not enough to experience Sapa. I say you'll need at least a week to make the most of it. If you're only staying 2 days in Sapa, here's my recommended 2-day itinerary. The two main activities you should be doing or focusing on is Fanispan and Cat Cat Village if you're only doing a 2-day itinerary or a short stay. I'm really bummed that I didn't get to see Fanispan because of the weather, so if you ever go to Sapa and you put Fanispan on your list, pray for good weather. As for Cat Cat Village, there's some backlash from the media as another tourist trap like Disneyland. A lot of frustrations came from people saying, you gotta pay for everything and the vendors will overcharge you. And I get the frustration because that is actually true. But in my opinion, putting in place of the local shoes, this is their only source of income and the way to make ends meet, and they rely on tourism. I thought learning the culture and the tradition of the Hmong people was a plus for me at Cat Cat Village. So if you decide to put Cat Cat Village on your list, just to make sure to do some research and ask yourself about Cat Cat Village. Is this what you want to experience? What will you get from it or learn from it? Does the negative feedback from the media bother me? It's gonna be about perspective. Appreciating the positive experiences and the negative. What will you gain out of it? Now, if you're staying more than 2 days in Sapa, here's an additional list of things to add on your itinerary. So I hope my overview and thoughts on Sapa has given you an idea of how you would like to plan your trip to Sapa. Well guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my very first travel vlog. See you on our next episode when I do some exploring in Hanoi. Before I go, don't forget to click the subscribe button on my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, and add me on Facebook. Always remember to shock us up on adventures. Shoots.